I want to begin with just your name and title, please.
Yeah, my name's Stephanie Midler. I'm the National Chair of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement and a member of the African People's Solidarity Committee.
There are people that aren't here. Can you describe what you see and what you hear at this rally?
Yeah, it's a really powerful statement from the black community out here, a black community that's seriously wounded by yet another young man from their community being murdered and being, completely, the murderer being completely set free. So it's an incredibly courageous statement out here by the black community saying, no, we will not peacefully bury our children. We will take a stand, we will not be silent, and we will demand justice and get organized.
You use the word peacefully, and some people have different definitions of that. I mean, there's not any actual violence going on.
That's right.
Why do you use the word peacefully?
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I mean, we're using it in signs today, and I used it specifically because throughout the media, throughout this whole circus of a trial and everything, the whole big call has been for calm and for quote-unquote peace. But of course, the community has a right to organize and a right to resist and a right to stand up and speak out, and that's exactly what's happening here.
What are some things that could, at this point, after the verdict, what could happen now that could make things incrementally better?
Better for who?
For this community, for the black community, for example.
I mean, I know that the goal of the Uhuru movement is to organize the black community so that they can take a strong stand and make change in the community. And the only way to do that is by getting organized. And I know from the white community, we can organize in our community. We can take a stand in support of what they're saying and organize as white people to stand in true solidarity, not just a charity stance of we feel bad or this was a case where it was indeed wrong, but really saying we benefit from this system. This is not going to happen in our name anymore. We reject that. So we can take that stand from the white community, and I know that that's what the Uhuru movement is doing worldwide in the African community.
The NAACP is calling for the Justice Department to investigate whether Trayvon Martin's civil rights were violated. Is that something that you think would help anything?
I mean, this is the same system as the Uhuru movement leadership has been saying. This is the same system that said slavery was legal, and that said Jim Crow was legal, and that said convict leasing was legal, and today said Zimmerman can get away with murdering Trayvon. So the system this is the system. This is the way it works. So civil rights, and I'm doing air quotes, civil rights, what does that mean in a system that, sets these laws? They don't set them for the benefit of the African working class community. They set it for the benefit of the ruling class. So civil rights, yeah, that's a just call. That's a just call to demand your rights under the system. But really, there's nothing good about this system. It has to be overturned.
And finally, I want to ask about the caravan that you're planning for tomorrow.
Yes.
When, where, and why?
Yeah, absolutely. So the caravan is to Sanford, Florida. We're meeting at the Uhuru House at 11:30 a.m. At 1245 18th Avenue South. And we're saying just because there's a verdict, that doesn't mean the end of this struggle. We want to call on people to come out to Sanford to say, this is not our verdict. This is not the verdict of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement, the Uhuru Movement, the African community, for white people that are outraged, and I know there are. I talked to a whole bunch yesterday. We did a table. They were furious with this trial and what's going on, and I'm speaking to you white people that are out there that are outraged and feeling upset about this. Come out with us. Come out. We can take a stand from our community to say this is not in our name. We will not allow this to happen, and that we unite with reparations, to the black community. So it's 11:30 at the Uhuru House, 1245 18th Avenue South, and we'll be demonstrating in Sanford at the courthouse there on Seminole, I believe it's on the address.
Thank you. Is this the end of the rally?
I guess so.
Okay. I'm going to try to do a quick interview with Mr. Waller, if that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I thought I heard him.
Yeah, he's up here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad you're here, Sean.
Oh, thanks.
I'm down the street now, though.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm Newton.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a student at USF. I'm a student at USF.
St. Peter's.
So we going to the Uhuru House. We'll be there in 8 minutes.
Hi, Sean Kinane with WMNF News. Hi again.
I'm gonna go home and
I'm going to just ask you a question or two about the rally. I'm going to videotape.